Hi, I'm Michelle, in case you're new here. Today, I am going to play with some new makeup that I picked up at Ulta. I'm really excited. I've got a new foundation. I've got a new drugstore foundation to try. I've got a new drugstore blush, drugstore mascara, some drugstore eyeliners, a drugstore lipstick, and the Toofaced Italian Spritz palette. I'm really excited to check this out today. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Let's hang out and get ready together. So I've never tried a L'Oreal foundation before. This is my first L'Oreal foundation to try. It's the new True Match, and I'm excited because if you hear those crazy sounds every now and then, it's my son practicing baseball in the backyard. It is spring break, so I never had any interest in any of the L'Oreal foundations before because they had either sunscreen in them, or they were super long wearing, or they didn't have a lid, like a container that I can stand. So yeah, I'm excited that this one isn't like a syringe dropper or just like an open top. So I'm gonna go in with no primer today. I'm gonna check this out. This is my very first time. This is in the shade W3. I wasn't sure if I should get the shade W3. I feel like it'll be a really good match for me right now, but I'm afraid that it'll be a little bit too warm for me in the summer. I tend to get cool toned in the summer. If you hear any background noises, it's my son practicing baseball in the backyard. Okay, it sounds like it's got a bead in here so that you can shake it up. That's kind of nice. All right, here we go. My brush is nice and clean. I'm not wearing any primer. I'm just gonna go in with it straight up. Ooh, the pump is nice. Very clean, no sputtering, very smooth release of product. Nice, nice pump. Ooh. This is a very nice creaminess also. Gosh, this shade match is like perfect. Thought it was going to be a slight bit too warm for me, but I think I can make it work. Whenever I don't have a concealer that I want to use, I just kind of drag my foundation up slowly and carefully. Okay, this foundation goes on with a very silky feeling. That was 2 pumps. And I really like the way that it looks. It actually looks like my skin with maybe some lotion, or like I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer maybe. It just kind of evens out my skin tone a little bit, but it doesn't really provide much coverage. Like I can see all of my freckles and my discoloration, my acne scars, and you know, sunspots, freckles, all of that. I can see everything. It's just kind of giving me an even skin tone. So this would be good for like, you know, maybe on the days that I'm just gonna take my son to practice and I'm not really doing a whole lot and I'm not trying to look my absolute best. You know, I mean, it's a nice foundation for in person. So it's just very minimal coverage and just kind of evens out my skin tone. I'm gonna try this cute little purple blush. And I don't usually pick up Morphe makeup. If I pick up anything Morphe, it's usually a brush. And I did pick up a brush actually. I picked up this Morphe V300 brush thinking that it might be a nice dupe for the Angie Hot and Flashy flat shader. So I'm gonna check those out. Let's look at them together side by side while we're here. Okay, so not quite. It's more of like a smaller version of it. So I feel like they would pair nicely together. See, can you see the difference? I think I'm gonna like this brush a lot for like putting glitter glue in a detailed area, because this is a little bit big. Or for detailed, maybe some shimmers. Okay, so I'm not going to use that new Morphe brush today until I wash it, but let me just move on. Okay, so as I was saying, I don't normally pick up Morphe makeup. Okay, this is going to be my third Morphe makeup to pick up, and that's actually because this is made in Italy. So this is all the items that I picked up from Morphe makeup wise have been made in Italy. So this blush is made in Italy and I'm really excited to try it. Before we get on to that, I did have a little bit of lip balm on my lips, but I feel like I'm not liking the color with this foundation on of my natural lips. So let me go ahead and go in with the drugstore lipstick that I want to try out. This is one from Revlon. I picked this up a little time back. Here's the shade number. That's pretty. It's like a nice creamy formula. I would call that a satin matte formula. Okay, and this isn't new, but this is my NYX liner, lip liner. One little ham on the overlining. When don't I? I love an overlined lip. Maybe not on everyone else, but on me always. So the lips are done. That's a little better. I feel like that's just like a little bit better than my natural color. Anyways, all right. So back to this really cute little cream blush. This is a blush balm. This is what the package looks like. Here's the little reader if you want to look up some information on it. Here is the shade name. What's it called? That's my dog playing with my son, if you hear that. Here is the shade name, and it actually goes really well with my nails. Look at my nail polish. Did you see that? Ooh. Here is the polish that I currently have on. This is, my dog is playing hand with my son. This is from Penelope Loose, and this is in the color, this is in the shade name Funny Tree. Anyhow, I think it goes really nicely with this blush. That was not intentional. Oh, this is so cute. Ooh. It has no scent, which I appreciate. That's a really pretty color. Okay, we're gonna create an eye look first, and then we'll play with the blush. All right. Now I wanna get into the palette. I'm a little late on this. This has been out for a couple weeks, and honestly, I wasn't planning on picking this palette up. I went into Ulta to go look at this palette, and then I ended up picking it up. And that's when I found out that Ulta 21 Days of Beauty was starting the very next day. So lucky for me, the very first day had a MAC paint pot, because if you saw, I recently uploaded my first impressions of this NARS eye primer that everybody raves about. And I've been using it ever since because it's my only eye primer currently. Not really a fan. I mean, like, it's fine in a pinch. It's okay. It's not as good as everybody says. It really isn't. I mean, like, it tends to lean my eyeshadows to be a little bit patchy in some areas, usually in the outer area. So I'm not really a fan of that. I don't normally have that problem with my paint pot. And I don't like the way the colors look on this like milky white base. It's like milky peach white. I don't even know. Anyway, I am so excited that I was able to pick up my MAC paint pot at more of a drugstore price. This was on sale for 50% off thanks to the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I got this for $12.50, which is a little high because the price did go up. But brand new fresh MAC paint pot. I cannot tell you how excited I am to get into this paint pot. First swipe. I missed my paint pot so much. This is my favorite eye base. I'm not going to try any other eye bases until this stops working for me. This is just my favorite. I don't really care if it's old school or what. It really works so good. Especially like within the first 6 months of it. It smells really pungent. Like for a Too Faced palette, it smells really strong. Normally they smell more mild. Here's what the palette looks like. I'm sure you've probably already seen videos on this. I saw both Angelica and Steph's video on this palette, and I had decided I wasn't gonna pick it up. I was just gonna try to skip it, because if you caught in one of my recent videos, I said that I'm not gonna buy any more Too Faced palettes. I just felt like they were going down in quality, even the tin ones. And that was when they decided to pull one out of left field, and they brought one that is made in Italy. I love that they call this the Italian Spritz and that it's actually made in Italy. The fact that it's made in Italy is why I bought it. And because I have a soft spot for Too Faced tin palettes as it is. I love them. And at one point I was collecting them, but I didn't get a lot of the earlier ones. Okay, so here's what the palette looks like. It's really pretty. Let me see if I can get some slightly better lighting. Okay, I don't like all the shadows all over me, but okay, so here's the palette. Okay, I don't really know what kind of a look I'm gonna do today, but I know I'm gonna use the purple. And if you're wondering, I feel like it's gonna go perfect with my nails. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, but I do want to create a pretty look. Okay. I'm gonna start off with, yeah, this one. I'm gonna start off with this light one called Toasted in Tuscany. I'm gonna go in with Toasted in Tuscany in my crease. It is a little powdery. Too Faced mattes are known for being powdery. Yeah, but I'm just gonna create a look and see how I like the palette. Yeah, I'm gonna go into this next one here, this kind of bright pink. It's called Spritz and Glitz. Just right here, Spritz and Glitz. Farther down into the crease. That's bright. Yeah, just a little bit lower, and blend that up into the next one. These mattes are performing a little better than Too Faced's mattes normally perform, but I can tell that it is their same formula. It's just they have a better factory producing it because it seems to have, oh, I was using the same brush. It seems to have the same kind of, I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush and just take that peach again, that first one, and blend out this top edge so I don't lose that soft peach. Okay. Anyways, I can tell that it feels like it's the same type of formula, and I can see that I set a crease. I should have tapped it out before I went in. It feels like it's definitely the same formula, but it just is a little smoother, a little bit nicer. I can tell that it is the same Too Faced formula, just a slight bit nicer. Like it just feels, the powders, I don't know how to explain it to somebody that isn't incredibly OCD to notice the smallest little details the way I do. But yeah, that's what I can tell. Anyhow, all right. I do want to see what this blue is like. So, but I want to do the purple too. What am I going to do here? I can't use them all. Okay, I'm going to stick with, I'm going to go in with this berry to deepen out the outer corner and a little bit of the lower lash line. Ooh, that's a pretty color. How are we feeling about that? I do like the way that looks so far. I'm gonna take this Shifty Purple shade. This is the shade that made me really want the palette, because I saw somebody compare this purple on Instagram to that Charlotte Tilbury little single that she sold for like 30 something dollars, and it was like really limited and that really beautiful packaging, and it sold out really quickly. And okay, that's it dry. I'm gonna spray the other side and see what the other side looks like when it's been sprayed. Okay, definitely better sprayed. Okay. Just feel like it's less dusty when it's wet. Yeah, see? There we go. Okay, that is fun. It's not like the most impactful shade on me, but I like it so far. All right, I do want to do a little bit more. Let me just, this is not what I normally do, but I'm going to take my finger and just see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's better with the finger. Definitely better with the finger. I don't like to do that though, typically. Okay, but it worked out okay. That's actually really pretty. I'm so glad I tried it with the finger. Maybe I should just bust out my Pat McGrath's with the finger and try it, because I've never done that. And if it can make that much of, if using my finger can make that much of a difference for my Toofaced shade, I feel like it would probably make a big difference in a Pat McGrath one too. So maybe it's time I do that. Okay, I do want to play with more shades though. I'm gonna do this dark blue. I just want to see what it works like. I don't even care if it doesn't go with the look. I want to play with it. I love the blues. Okay, here we go. Let's just see what it looks like here at the bottom. Okay. This is not as deep as I thought it was going to be. That's what she said. But I do like that it is a fun, pretty blue. All right. Next, I'm gonna take a Rephr 26 into this kind of like black shimmery shade. Ooh, that one's really delicate. I'm gonna deepen up my outer corner with that and just see what it looks like. Cause like I need some smoke going on. I don't even care what it ends up mixing like. Is it navy or is it black? Oh, it's kind of navy. Okay. Ooh, that took it in a whole new direction. There's that. Okay, so let me know, which eye do you prefer? The one with the smoked out navy, like added to it for dimension, or this other one that just kind of goes out light and bright? Here it is from afar. Here it is with my eyes closed. Here it is up close with my eyes closed too. Okay, so let me know, with the smoke or without? I like them both. I do, I like them both. So like this could be like a daytime festival look, and then for evening, you could just pop in a little bit of darkness on the outer edge and blend it in. I like them both. But I just want to know what your preference is. I'm going to see if I can replicate the same thing here now on this other eye. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my finger and just go over the edge of that blue. Okay. I really like that. Just a little bit of this cream shade to soften and brighten the upper and the inner. I love that there's a nice bright matte for the inner corner. Like I just gave myself carved out raccoon eyes. I got a little carried away, okay? So don't do that if you don't want to. I'll blend it out in a second. But I was just testing out that matte to see how it would look like packed on, and it is really nice packed on. So that's great. I'm really impressed with this palette, honestly. In the front, I'm going to go in with some of that deep wine. Okay, I feel like that looks really good. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, let me go in with some eyeliner and mascara. We're actually going to test one of these eyeliners together. Let's see, which one do I think would look fun with this eye look? Nope, that's not the one. I feel like the blue is the one to go with. Okay, so this is going to be my very first time to try an LA Girl, what? LA Colors. I don't know what that says. I think it says LA Girl Colors. It's really small. Anyway, here's the brand information that I'm trying. And I've got it in this really pretty bright blue. I'm going to do this in the waterline and hope that it doesn't irritate my eyes. That's really nice. That blue worked really well. If it stays that pigmented, it will give my About Face a run for its money. Because that went on really easily. I did not have to go over it a bunch. I like that. Okay, next I want to try this Milani mascara for the very first time. It's called Zero Gravity. It's not waterproof, right? It says 24-hour wear. But thankfully it's not waterproof. So let's check this out. I actually saw somebody post in my Instagram stories this morning that they had an empty of this mascara and they said it was just so-so. And I was like, I just picked that mascara up. She said it was okay. It's just not worth all the hype. So I'm not going to curl my lashes because I want to see what it does on its own. Ew, it's got a weird smell. Okay, so the brush takes a minute to get used to, but I feel like it does hug and lift and provide curl, but like it's missing my little weak lashes here in the middle because of the hourglass shape. So like some of it grabs your lashes and some of it misses. Yeah, I agree with her. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about. I mean, like, it is lifting and stuff, but the brush is not my favorite. Look at that. Have you ever seen my lashes look this wonky in the middle? Like, it's looking clumped. It's looking sparse in some areas. I mean, it's okay. Let's try the other eye. Yeah, this brush is just not it, sis. It's not doing me any favors. I mean, it's okay. It's just, it's hard to work with. It works really great on the outer lashes, and then it misses everything in the middle and clumps the rest. So, all right, once you get the hang of the brush, I think it's a little bit better. No. Okay, there's one very difficultly applied coat. It's okay. It does lift and curl up, so, and give me a little bit of length and some volume. It's okay. I would say that the brush takes some getting used to. So I want to see how long it holds them up. I also don't know if I'm going to be able to do my lower lash line with this brush, honestly, without messing up my whole eye. So let's just try. Oh, I just clumped some. I felt it. Okay, I actually do feel like okay, I kind of feel like the brush is good for lower lash lines, just on the edge. Like the edge of the brush. Okay. I feel like for the lower lash lines, it's easier to go like this, but you got to be real careful about like not getting it everywhere. So you can see I got a clump of it right here. So I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It looks really good. It looks really, really good actually from afar. I just don't like the application process. So I'm going to keep checking it out. So far, first impressions, 8 out of 10. There's my mascara review on that, my first impressions. I don't have a new brow product to use because I don't want to buy a bunch of new brow products. But I'm going to just fill in my brows real quick and then we'll move on to the next product. I'm still loving this Benefit Brow. Really works well without making my brows feel like they have gel in them. It just feels like I have, I don't know, maybe like a pomade or something, which dries like a lighter cream or something. Okay. Okay, here's the finished eyes with the Italian Spritz. Now let's add some blush. I feel like because it's a balm, I should go in with my hands, but I'm not going to do that. That's not my jam. I'm going to use this little brush. I've had this brush 30 years. It is a very, very old Lancome brush. It still says Lancome on it, but it doesn't show any of the numbers or anything. Pretty sure this is a natural haired brush, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay. Very balmy. Ooh, picks up really purple. I'm a little nervous, but let's see what happens. I feel like if there was ever a perfect shirt and eye look for a purple blush, this is it. Okay, and I don't have on any bronzer. And I'm not very experienced with cream products. Wow, that's really purple. Okay, I'm gonna need to blend that out. So let me just add more on this other side. That's really fun. I know it's looking a little crazy. Give me a minute. I really like this purple blush though, especially with this eye look. Okay, and this is just an ABH brush, like their little cheek brush. There's nothing on it. I'm just using it to blend out the cream softly. That's really pretty. And it actually has a little bit of a sheen. Okay. Is this the one that I had a foundation on? Yeah, I'm just going to take my foundation brush and rub that across the bottom to like straighten out the brush marks a little bit. Okay. Forgot to blend out my nose. Wow. I do feel though like I need a better, like a brighter lip. I feel like a brighter lip might take the look into a more fun place, but this is my look of the day. Here's my look. I really like the final look. I love the way the purple blush goes with this eye look. I do feel like this slightly more, where's my lipstick? I do feel like this slightly more neutral lip just tones down the look a little bit, keeps it a little bit more grown up. I like the way the look turned out. I love the color of this blush so much. I'm so happy that it came out purple. I will say though, it feels a little, you know, this radiance feels just a slight bit balmy on my skin. So I'm just going to see what happens if I take this CoverGirl with its puff that it comes with and just add a little bit to set it and just see what happens to the color and the way that it looks and feels. Okay, so there's the difference between it set and it dewy. Honestly, I like it better dewy, but it looks nice and toned down set. So I'm gonna make the other side match now. It is really pretty. I love that blush. Yeah. So that's it. I really like most of the products that I tried. The mascara is pretty good. I'll keep using it. I might even repurchase it if I get the hang of the brush a little bit, because my lashes are like out. And even my lower lashes, like my lower lashes never stick out this much. They look like very doll-like, and I definitely credit that to the mascara. So far the eyeliner is staying very pigmented in my waterline. It was like a one swipe to get a light color, but very opaque, and then 2 swipes to really intensify the color. So I really like the payoff of this. I don't have any eye sensitivity so far, so that's a good sign. And of course, the palette is a win. I really like this palette. I'm so glad that I picked it up. Now, let me say, do you need this palette? If you're a fan of the Toofaced formula and you like their 10 palettes, or if you've always wanted their 10 palettes, but you've been a little concerned because you hear iffy things back and forth, and that has you a little concerned and hesitant to try the brand, I would say this is their best palette so far. As far as the texture of the shadows and the payoff, and just like they don't feel as dry. Yeah, they're still a little dry, but they feel a little more fluffy than they normally do, which I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce, like the right way to depict what it is that I'm trying to say, but I really like the performance of this palette, and I'm so glad that I have it. So I had a lot of fun playing with this makeup. I'm going to go out and have some fun now and enjoy the rest of this beautiful sunshiny spring day. really enjoyed playing with all this makeup today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up. It really does help my channel out so much. And make sure you're subscribed so we can hang out again. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.